Slow pacing. Minimal dramatic tension. Open-ended feeling rather than a strong climax. If you prefer high-energy films, this may not fully satisfy you. But if you enjoy reflective dramas, it offers a meaningful experience. Overall message. A Hologram for the King quietly asks important questions. What happens when the world changes faster than we do? Can we adapt without losing ourselves? Is it possible to find hope in unfamiliar territory? The film suggests that while global systems may be complicated and unpredictable, personal growth remains possible. It reminds us that technology can connect us across distances, but real transformation comes from human relationships. Final verdict. For viewers who appreciate character-driven storytelling, A Hologram for the King is worth watching. It may not be Tom Hanks' most famous film, but it offers a sincere and mature performance. It reflects real anxieties of modern life, job insecurity, globalization, aging, and second chances. The movie leaves you thinking rather than thrilling you. And sometimes, that quiet reflection is exactly what makes a film memorable. If you enjoy thoughtful dramas with emotional realism and international settings, this film deserves your time. Thank you so much for watching TechBlog 66. If you enjoyed this review, please like, share, and subscribe for more honest and monetization-safe movie reviews. Let me know in the comments what you think about this film and which movie you would like me to review next. Until next time, keep watching great cinema and keep exploring meaningful stories. This movie is available on YouTube free. The Doctor represents intelligence, independence, and emotional maturity. She is not simply a romantic interest but a fully realized character. The American tech team reflects the anxieties of modern workers, concerned about job security, confused by leadership delays, and uncertain about global markets. Each character contributes to the film's exploration of change and uncertainty. Music and sound design. The music complements the reflective tone. It is subtle, atmospheric, and never overwhelming. Moments of silence are used effectively. The desert wind, the hum of technology, and the quiet hotel rooms all create a sense of isolation. Sound becomes part of the storytelling. Comparison with other Tom Hanks films. When we think of Tom Hanks, we often think of larger-than-life roles in films like Forrest Gump or intense survival dramas like Cast Away. In comparison, A Hologram for the King is much smaller and quieter. It focuses on internal conflict rather than external danger. But that smaller scale allows Hanks to show vulnerability in a different way. It's a performance built on nuance rather than spectacle. What works well? Tom Hanks' grounded performance. Beautiful cinematography of desert and cityscapes. Thoughtful exploration of globalization. Realistic cross-cultural relationships. Gentle humor balanced with emotional depth. What may not work for everyone? The hologram technology itself is sleek and visually interesting, symbolizing innovation and the future. Yet ironically, the most meaningful connections in the film happen face-to-face, not through technology. That contrast is intentional. The film gently suggests that human presence cannot be fully replaced by digital projection. Pacing and tone. Now let's talk honestly about pacing. A Hologram for the King is not a fast-paced thriller. It is a slow-burn character study. Some viewers might find it quiet or even uneventful. However, if you approach it as a reflective drama, the pacing feels intentional. The waiting, the delays, the repetition, they are part of the experience. They mirror Alan's internal state. There are light comedic moments, especially in cultural misunderstandings and business frustrations. But overall, the tone is calm, introspective, and slightly melancholic. This is a film you watch for atmosphere and emotion, not action sequences. Midlife crisis and reinvention. At its heart, this movie is about reinvention. Alan is at a stage in life where many people start questioning their choices. Did I make the right decisions? Did I prioritize work over family? Is it too late to change? The film does not present dramatic solutions. Instead, it suggests that growth can happen quietly. New beginnings may come in unexpected places. Sometimes you must leave your comfort zone, even travel across the world, to rediscover yourself. This message feels hopeful without being unrealistic. Supporting characters. The supporting cast adds depth without overpowering the central story. Youssef, the driver, brings humor and warmth. His character shows a modern, youthful perspective within Saudi society. The setting in Saudi Arabia is not accidental. The film contrasts American corporate anxiety with the ambitious economic expansion happening in the Middle East. Gleaming skyscrapers rise from the desert, symbolizing ambition and transformation. But beneath the shiny exterior, there is uncertainty. The project feels unfinished. Meetings are postponed endlessly. The future is promised, but not yet delivered. This mirrors Alan's own life. He is in transition, waiting, hoping, unsure if opportunity will truly arrive. Cultural exchange and human connection. Another strong theme in the film is cross-cultural understanding. Alan develops a friendship with his Saudi driver, Youssef. Through casual conversations, humor, and shared experiences, the film shows that despite cultural differences, people can connect through empathy and openness. Alan also meets a local doctor who becomes an important part of his emotional journey. Their interactions are gentle and realistic, emphasizing mutual respect rather than stereotypes. The movie avoids sensationalism. Instead of dramatic conflict, it focuses on small, meaningful moments, shared meals, quiet conversations, personal vulnerability. This human-centered approach makes the film feel sincere and grounded. Visual style and cinematography. Director Tom Tykwer brings a distinctive visual style. The desert landscapes are stunning. Wide shots emphasize isolation and emptiness. The futuristic city rising from the sand feels almost surreal, like a dream half-formed. The contrast between modern architecture and endless desert creates a powerful visual metaphor. It represents ambition versus reality, promise versus patience. Meetings are delayed. The king is unavailable. The tech team struggles with connectivity. Alan faces cultural differences, bureaucratic confusion, and the overwhelming silence of the desert. On the surface, this may sound like a simple business drama. But it is much more than that. The film slowly becomes a personal journey, one of self-discovery, vulnerability, and unexpected human connection. Tom Hanks' performance. Let's talk about Tom Hanks. This is not the energetic, heroic Hanks we see in high-adventure dramas. Instead, we see a tired, uncertain, financially strained man. Alan Clay is divorced, burdened by debt, and worried about paying for his daughter's education. He carries regret about decisions that contributed to outsourcing American jobs, including his own. Hanks plays Alan with subtlety and warmth. There are moments of awkward humor, quiet sadness, and hopeful resilience. His performance makes Alan relatable. Many viewers, especially working professionals, may see parts of themselves in him, feeling left behind by globalization or unsure about their place in a rapidly evolving world. Hanks brings humanity to every scene. Even when Alan is confused or frustrated, we understand him. That emotional grounding is one of the strongest aspects of the film. Themes of globalization. One of the most interesting elements of A Hologram for the King is its exploration of globalization. Alan once worked at a bicycle manufacturing company that shifted production overseas. That decision may have been profitable in the short term, but it cost American workers their jobs. Now, Alan is part of a global system that seems to be moving forward without him. Hello everyone, welcome back to TechBlog 66. I hope you are all doing great and ready for another deep dive into cinema. Today, we are talking about a thoughtful, visually beautiful, and emotionally layered film from 2014, A Hologram for the King. Yes, even though it premiered at festivals in 2016, the film is often associated with its 2014 production period, and it stands as one of the more understated performances from one of Hollywood's most beloved actors, Tom Hanks. So grab your coffee, sit back, and let's explore this reflective drama that blends comedy, culture shock, midlife crisis, and global business into one fascinating cinematic journey. Introduction to the film. A Hologram for the King is directed by Tom Tykwer, the filmmaker known for visually inventive movies like Run Lola Run. The film is based on the novel of the same name written by Dave Eggers. At its core, this movie is about globalization, failure, hope, and reinvention. It tells the story of a man who once thrived in corporate America but now finds himself adrift in a rapidly changing world. The story without spoilers. Tom Hanks plays Alan Clay, a middle-aged American businessman who travels to Saudi Arabia to pitch a cutting-edge holographic teleconferencing system to the king. The goal? To secure a massive contract that could save his career and possibly restore his financial stability. Alan is staying in a newly built economic city in the desert, a futuristic development project meant to symbolize progress and modernization. But from the moment he arrives, things don't go as planned.